Today is one of those days when I find it hard to motivate myself. But I remember a saying by an American named Zig Ziglar. He once said that motivation is like taking a bath or a shower. It wouldn't help if you did it only once. You had to do it regularly for it to work in the long run. This is exactly the same with videos to attract new customers. Of course, you can imagine that it is some work to create such videos, and especially in the beginning it is difficult to get someone to sign up for a channel as a subscriber. It's similar to the youth disco. Nobody wants to dance if nobody dances. So to get some momentum going, you need to have an incentive strategy. In my case, it helps that the ads on Google Ads with which I send people to my YouTube channel, and that I also sometimes answer questions without charging anything. Of course, not everyone who sees such an ad is also automatically a subscriber, but gradually, so with time, some people show up. And that leads to the fact that these people look at the content and ask such questions. Because in many of these videos I give the hint at the end that if you have questions or suggestions about the topic in this video, you can feel free to send me an email. Why do I do that? Quite simply, through these emails I get more information about my target group and the wishes of these people. Because that's what matters. That you can deliver something that people actually want to buy, right? Imagine you are standing in the Sahara with a cooled canister of drinking water. How hard would it be to sell this water to thirsty passing caravans? It works the same way in the summer with the ice cream truck. As soon as we have an outside temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius, you can see the ice cream truck passing our street every day. But in the winter, strangely enough, it doesn't pass by, does it? The reason for this is simple. The ice cream man knows that there are certain external conditions that lead to the fact that someone wants to buy an ice cream from him or not. And there are certainly such things for your own offer. If you have any existing customers, then I would strongly recommend that you offer direct communication with those customers directly in your customer acquisition videos as well. Can you offer a free initial consultation, reservation service or advice? Most people don't do that anymore. There are often automated solutions used that respond to requests from real people. This may sometimes be useful and save time, but it doesn't necessarily lead to a better result. And that's what's great about video content automation. It buys us more time to find out what our real customers want or need by simply talking to them. By email, that's no problem, and it's possible across all time zones. If you can't manage to answer all your customers' questions in person, there are also ways to do it by email via a ticket portal. For example, we use the free version of Freshdesk for our customers and are satisfied with the functionality. Either way, direct communication with customers is usually a win-win for both sides. However, there are also some customers who cannot be serviced satisfactorily in the long term, as there are always requests that have nothing to do with the actual scope of services. And also on our mailing list some people have unsubscribed in the meantime. The reason is simple. If you try to be relevant for everyone, you are not relevant for anyone. That means you have to think about what you stand for and against and communicate that. And that will repel some people and cause them to unsubscribe from email communication. But if you want to reach the right target customers, then content positioned in this way will be all the more attractive to this group because they will feel all the more addressed by it. Whether you respond to every email yourself or use a ticket portal with an email function, we think it always makes sense to communicate with your own customers. If you would like to find out what exactly your customers want or need, then we would recommend that you take a look at the book Asked by Ryan Levesque. For example, when we surveyed our customers at the time, we learned that while we had won them over via video content, they preferred written content for our premium course because it could be saved, printed, and searched. In hindsight, this is actually logical for a programming course with source codes. But sometimes as a provider you can't see the forest for the trees, can you? If you don't like reading or don't have the time, the book is also available as an audiobook. That's it for today, and to conclude the topic appropriately, if you have any questions or suggestions about this content, feel free to drop me an email. I always reply personally and usually within 24 hours. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.